All right. Welcome, everybody. Looking forward talking to Tony Konja with Artistic Outdoor Services. What are you good at? Series I do with Jeff Gunsberg with Title Connect. Jeff, it's good to see you. Tony, great to see you. Let's dive right in. How did you know from your soul that you were good at what you're doing, Tony?
Awesome question, guys. Thanks for having me on this morning. This is exciting. I love the concept. And yeah, what are you good at? Basically, I think I'm good at everything. To start the show, I'm good at everything. So, but
Would your wife say that?
What am I? Exactly. I say that, right? Build confidence. So I'm good at everything. But what I really didn't know I was good. The industry that I did choose, I did not know I'd be good at it, to be honest with you. And starting off with a simple concept of one truck and one wheelbarrow, and then building up to 25 trucks and 25 wheelbarrows is what people say is a silly story, but you didn't know that. I just knew that I was good at connecting with people, connecting with the community, which is important. And then just sales. I think I'm good at the sales. I'm really good at the follow-up. That's the key thing. You got to follow up. So I didn't really know I was going to be good at this industry, but it's working out for me. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So I think we got to go back. First off, you're, like people kind of equate us together, like on the networking front, right? Like
Yes.
You're a master, amazing networker.
Thank
You're
you.
out there, you put your name out there, you're at every event, you're, forward facing all the time. And, but before you got into this, like what was going on before that, like kind of led you to this, like, so that the, kind of viewers can understand, like, I was doing this, and this, and then I realized, and I went here.
That's interesting you asked that question because it's totally different. It would have been me working at a desk job designing cars. I was going to college for auto body design. So I was going to be designing cars, working for General Motors as an internship. And then really one summer, I'm like, okay, the automotive industry is not that great. Internships weren't really hiring. So I got myself out there and started working outdoors. So it really my career took a totally different turn if I followed through with college and finished that and worked for General Motors. I'd just be sitting at a desk all day long, which I cannot do. That's not me.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't even know how I fell into this, and I think I just opened up like an onion, basically just opened right up and basically fed my soul with the work I got into and just connecting with people. And I love that part of it, Jeff, but one of the things that I think I am good at is connecting people. Like you said, it's about connecting, giving to others. That's going to help you build your network. So yeah, I kind of fell into that. I didn't know I was going to be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Well,
Right. That's great.
Yeah, it is great. Once you fell into it, who was the person that gave you either the guidance, the courage, the advice to keep going on that path?
Excellent that you say that, because when I start off in the business, you don't really know how you're going to get into the big contracts, the big shopping centers, the big malls, the hospitals. You don't really know that. So you start off small. And this is for any entrepreneur getting into business. And I've done a few of these podcasts for them too. The young guy getting started in the landscape industry is that you got to start with residential. You start picking up a home and then another home, then you pick up the neighborhood. Then before you know it, you're doing 200-300 homes. And it's like, wow, this is great. It's growing well. But then a mentor came into my life. His name is Ray Confer. Jeff knows him well. He built a huge parking lot maintenance sweeping company into 65 trucks, servicing probably 5,000 commercial properties. And he said, listen, Tony, you got to get out of residential. You got to get into commercial. And that was what it was. I basically landed my first commercial shopping center with the help of him. And then he was sweeping it. And then before you know it, more shopping centers, more medical buildings start picking up. Then I just sold off the residential. I'm like, this is not for me anymore. Weekly lawn cutting in someone's home. I want the big stuff, right?
Right.
Apartment complexes, condominium sites. Then I start landing hospitals. So everyone needs a mentor in their life. And I feel that he was one of them that helped me get out of residential into commercial. So that was exciting.
I have the same dynamic that goes on in my business, right? Like it's, like you get kind of slated in the residential role.
Right.
And until you have some commercial, you can't get more, but you don't have any. So what do you do? Right.
Yeah.
So like you have this whole dynamic that goes on, and it's so hard to, start to get there and, gain some trust and all of that. And, how, how did you, what does the first commercial job look like that you got? And how did you continue to gain trust in clients from there, and like identify like, here's what I need to be doing to get to that kind of spot?
That's a great question. So initially, when he helped mentor me into that first shopping center, it was his introduction into the property manager or the owner of the shopping center and said, "This is Tony. He's a great guy." He actually helped me get into Showstack, which is a big one back in the day. He's like, "This is a great guy. I definitely back him up. He means what he says what he means." And I'll say, "Okay, based on your recommendation, we work with you and you do a lot of work for us. We're going to give him a chance." And then from there, how you build the trust is basically showing up for the job. You got to be there. You got to be responsive. You got to do good quality work. And sometimes that's a hard balance. It's like you want to do so good and you got to train the guys to do the right job. And you're just like, we got to balance this off, guys. And the follow-up is key. Just, basically with the customer, doing what you say and mean what you say and follow up. And it's a challenge in the service industry for sure.
I feel like, John, hold on one sec. Like, I feel like in
yeah.
the snow side of things,
Yeah.
there's so much complaining that must go on in your
Yes.
world, right?
Yes.
Like we had an inch of snow and it's not clear and it's like, how do you manage? I feel like in sales, right? Like a ton of it is just managing the personalities of all the people that you're dealing with. Like how does that look? Like for you, because you must get, oh God, I can't even imagine the, complaint phone calls and the stuff and everything that goes on. How do you manage all of that?
Exactly. As simple as like, you're right. You missed a handicap ramp or a walkway, or you missed the back door of
Right.
the shopping center. Something so simple, but how you manage that is you start out by doing a great job. You train your team well and you go
Right.
over and over and over it with your guys and
Right.
your account managers that I train and area managers and operations guys. It's a system, putting the systems in place as to, we start here with when we dispatch the service trucks and what type of property is it? Is it a medical building? Is it a hospital? We're doing 10 hospitals now. So it's like, how do I maintain all these hospitals? They have different acts of service compared to like an office building that shuts down on the weekend. A hospital is 24/7. So it's a lot. And I've just telling John before you got on the call, man, December was crazy. We had like 9 inches above normal, the busiest December in like 20 years. So I'm just coming off a crazy month, but I survived. I'm here.
January, I was looking at a forecast. January says 14 inches.
What? That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
So
I'm ready for it.
So yeah, I feel like it's a never ending kind of a thing. But what I'm hearing you say though is that you build that trust with the client.
Yes.
Missing a sidewalk here or there is fine, right?
Yes.
Like you manage all these people, these guys, like they're not going to be perfect every time.
Yes.
It's not possible, right?
Mhm.
Like, but having the relationship that you create with the client and them calling you and saying, Tony, what the fuck? Excuse me, you missed this. Come back and handle that kind of a thing.
And it's how you follow up too. That you follow up as quick as you can, as fast as you
Correct.
can. That's going to make that. If you forget two days goes by, then you really failed on your service. It's about the responsiveness. We all know that.
Yep.
So that's key. It's still growing and going well, but yeah, it was a busy month. So that is a difficult business compared to the summer work. So you're right about that.
Yes.
Very
so
true.
A couple of things. I have a couple of questions. You talked about. I want to mention a couple of things to the Think community.
Yeah.
You talked about having a mentor, which is huge.
Yes.
A mentor that was a guide that got you from residential to commercial.
Yeah.
The seal of approval, that mentor then becomes a center of influence, which I will call that center of an influence. There's a difference, I think, between a center of influence and a center of influence that is an ambassador of you, that is in the business, and actually referring you business. They give the seal of approval. It opens up a door, which is great. We all need doors open for us. It's not what you know as much as sometimes it is who you know.
For sure.
But then once you're in the door, that's great. You still have to prove yourself, do great work. And as you said, follow up. I want to talk about the concept of follow up and over communicating. In a world today where people are distracted, there's something that they're called, I may be getting this wrong off the top of my head, but second screen viewing for tall television shows. They're basically dumbing down TV because they know that people are scrolling and shopping while they're watching TV.
Right.
So in the world of today where distraction is prevalent, attention spans are less than a goldfish of 7 seconds, and everything needs more follow-up and more communication. What does your world look like, and what guidance would you give someone when it comes to follow-up as far as cadence, and what over-communicating means today without micromanaging or being a nuisance, but the importance of keeping people ahead of real time?
It's so amazing you just actually said that, because this recently happened with me and one of my account managers, just like Friday. He's the over talker, over texter, over everything. I'm very keep it simple, give them, we're going to take care of this problem. We'll be back right away to take care of it. He's in a long thread text message. I'm side texting him. We're in a group text with a client, but I'm side texting him saying, listen, you said what you said. Don't say anymore. You don't need to text anymore, because it's like, then that just irritates the customer. So you're right. Over talking, over saying, I try to keep it simple. Keep it stupid simple, right? So I see people do that a lot. And it's like, that's a training thing that I need to train him. And he understood. He's like, oh, I just seen your last text. I'll stop texting, So there's a fine line about that. It's like even calling a client at the right time of day at the right time. Sometimes 9 a.m. is not the right time. It's more like right after lunch. So I think I answered your question.
Well, yeah, you did. And I mean, and how important it is to keep people, though, even in a simple format, in the loop always.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's important too. I try not to overshare. They already hired the professional for a reason, and we'll just do our job. And like I say, it goes back to do your job the right way the first time, and there won't be any complaints, right? But we're gonna miss stuff. It's gonna happen. But the relationship is what keeps it, Jeff, like you said.
Yes, for sure. I mean,
Yep.
I think that, there's a large amount of businesses that are imperfect, right? Like nothing I do is perfect every single time. It just doesn't happen, right?
True.
Like same with you, and the relationship is what kind of keeps it going. And if you get a brand new first client, right, and you're doing their first job, you can't mess that up. Right? Like it can't be that way for the first period of time, whatever that might be for your business. But, once you've earned that trust and all of that, okay, something happens, they'll call you and say something happened, and then you'll fix it.
Right.
But, there's a probationary period, in sales, right? Where you're dealing with somebody and you screw it up and, they're out. It's a tough thing that you do and I do that, it's hard to break in, but you've done an amazing job. I mean, every single person I talk to is like, Tony is everywhere. He's the master networker. He's out there. He's engaged, and his firm does an amazing job, and so kudos to you, man. You do a wonderful job, and
thank you.
Everyone on the street that I talk to speaks very highly of you.
Thank you. That's important too, right? We gotta be liked, right, John? We gotta be liked by our clients, right?
For sure.
You have a great brand, a great reputation. You're always positive, and I know you do great work. Let's do a quick speed round, Tony. Something, what's your number one New Year's resolution?
I'm going to sleep more.
Important.
Someone just asked me that. I'm like, I just want to
Sleep
sleep.
is important.
That's a good one.
Good for building muscle mass.
Yeah.
I guess, the
Eat
same resolution
while you're sleeping. Yes.
For a lot of people. I'm going to do the dry January. I'm going to lose 5 pounds. I'm going to sleep more, become more healthier. So I don't know, I'm trying not to grow sales by too much. I will say that within the past year, by gaining what I gained in work, like 5 hospitals, I want to just do a good job. I'm not trying to grow. And sales are key. You got to grow sales, but you got to do a good job. So I've always said the baby steps in business. So if I've grown, if the plate's full, we got to clean the plate off, right? And right now the plate's full. So it's just about training the team, doing a better job, make sure I'm hiring the right people, and all the way down to the mechanic is important, to the right trucks and equipment. So personal goals would be just continue on with my health journey, which has gone well in the last 2-3 years. Health journey, and just, try to not micromanage. Of course, that's key. And put more responsibility on other team members so I can slowly kind of I don't want to say fade away, but just put more responsibility on them, me being the background, so I can kind of oversee them. I think everybody wants that as a CEO or president of a company. You just can't do everything. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some recent books I've read that are basically saying, I'm sure you know the guy, trying to get, think of the name right now. Basically, buy back your time. That book, Buy Back Your Time. You know that book?
I've heard of it. I haven't read it.
Dave, something in Mullen. Can't think of the name right now. Anyway, buy back your time basically means give that responsibility to someone else and buy back your time. So that's a key thing for every president, owner, CEO out there we should all learn.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. I feel like it's very pertinent right now. At this kind of point in the year to ask this question. And, I have a kid in college, and, what would you tell somebody, your younger self, what's the best thing you could do to focus on, what's the one thing that you think that you missed kind of along the way that you would tell somebody who's younger, maybe in their 20s, to focus on?
I definitely know what that is exactly. And I feel like hiring the right people, not trying to save a buck to hire someone that's not as well trained or doesn't have the experience, pay the money, get the skilled guy, get the best guy out there in the field, as opposed to, I'm going to save some money and go with the guy that I'm going to train into the position. So I'm kind of still learning that. Hire the right people to do what they do best, right? And try to find them as opposed to trying to save money.
Yeah. Only hire great. Period.
Exactly.
Period.
And hire slow and fire fast. That's John's motto.
Right. And, I'm sure that's a big thing for everybody.
Tony, congratulations on what you built. Congratulations on what you will do here with all the extra sleep you're going to get.
Exactly.
That is great. There are study after study about sleep is the most important thing that you need. I just want to highlight a couple of things. The importance of being open to your guides, having the proper mentors, doing quality work, regardless of any door that's open. Your brand is the most important, as is your word. Yes. I appreciate you taking time to talk to Jeff and I today. Yes. You are great at so many things. Connecting with people and doing great work is top of the list. And you're just a great human being. So
thank you guys, both of you guys too.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you. Any parting words, Jeff?
Yes. Yeah. T, amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on. And, I always recommend you to anyone that I know, and you do amazing work, and you're out there in the workplace, selling yourself and your service, and you guys have an amazing platform, and thank you. I'm proud of you and what you do and how you do it. And it's amazing.
Let's just keep doing what we're doing, guys. We just keep doing what we're doing. We're going to have a great 2026.
Sure. By the way, that's great business advice. Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. If it works, keep going.
I love it.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, T. Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.